Okay, the NTFS driver has risen from the dead. Is it Necromancy or Mercy? NTFS driver, if you're not aware, is it allows Linux to be able to read and write to Windows partition types. Basically, NTFS is the file system that Microsoft Windows uses. And essentially, what happened in the past, of course, was there was a NTFS previous driver that stayed in the tree for a couple of years unchanged from 2021. And of course, now an update has been pushed for 7.1 RC1 kernel, which basically means that the classic NTFS driver has been rewritten and it now has full write support. Why did this old driver suddenly spring back to life? It's had more tests have passed, and they've been able to have a reproducible gap in a direction that matches for data safety. Because you can imagine if I make a mistake with this, folks could lose their file systems, could lose their data, etc. Of course, the previous driver, it was orphaned in 2022, and kernel users were shipping with something nobody was actively owning. And you know what they say, competition beats monoculture. 2 drivers means bugs will get cross-checked, and redundancy is always a bit of insurance. And why 2 is better is a trap. 2 drivers means there's 2 attack surfaces, 2 bug queues, 2 sets of CVEs to track forever. Now, distros will now have to choose. Casual users won't know the difference until their data goes missing, if it goes missing. It softens migration nudge. Linux users generally tend to thrive better when they move off Windows formats, and having that better NTFS support will reduce the reason to. And Linus has had his own skepticism about it, basically made as a throwaway joke. Is this the Linux kernel giving up migration? Basically, what do I mean by that? People can have NTFS drives, external drives. I'm sure I've still got old external drives somewhere that use NTFS. Most of my drives now are genuinely ext4s, ext4. You know, folks are not necessarily going to reformat their 14 terabyte archive drives to BTRFS or whatever file system they're going to be using. They expect if they plug it into a Linux machine, they can read their data, regardless of where it was created. Of course, it's the pragmatist side of looking at things. The other side would be the quiet surrender. You could say that the story used to be move your data to a Linux native file system, and it's going to be much better. It's going to be safer, quicker. You know, shipping to NTFS drivers doesn't mean that that philosophical shift has changed. Who's going to get what? End users get a win. They're going to have better NTFS reliability, better safety on Windows format drives. And folks at dual boot, it's going to be awesome for them. They're going to be able to access data on their different partitions. Having said that, though, as long as the fact that you shut down your Windows machine properly and don't just hibernate it, and you don't BitLocker it. If you do that, it's good luck trying to access that data. For the distro maintainers, choice is a feature. They'll have to pick one and default and defend it. Kernel maintainers, of course, will have 2 drivers to review, 2 queues, no clean deprecation path yet for any of them. And the migrate to Linux pitch is a little weaker. Now, less pressure to reformat of NTFS means less pull towards native file systems. And you can read into that whether you think that's a positive or a negative thing. It's a good merge, also a confession. Pass more tests, runs on modern infrastructure, and it has a maintainer who's cared for years. Now, it looks like, are we making peace in a world where users aren't necessarily leaving Microsoft file systems behind? Pragmatism on the one, quiet surrender, and reading on the other. Folks, is this awesome? This is not awesome. What do you think below? I, of course, believe that different operating systems should be able to work together, including file systems. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and bye for now.